You know what I'm thinking about? What's running through my head right now? I'm thinking about how when a person gives you a heads up on something. Now keep in mind, a heads up is maybe forewarning you that there's danger around the corner, or there may be difficult times that may arise. They're giving you a heads up, right? And you may get all in your feelings and think, they just trying to be negative. Man, they just trying to hold me back. Have you taken a moment to stop, think about, hey, what they're saying may be potentially true from the standpoint of, I really don't know what's up ahead. Let me approach with caution. There's some other factors that go into this as well on who you're talking with. Like I said, I'm really sticking with this topic for just like how I described it for this video. We're leaving out the fact of unhealthy people that we've talked about in the past, where they're trying to take jabs, they're trying to do discouraging curveballs. You can look up that video on my channel and just kind of have you all wobbly and side to side. We're talking about a genuine heads up. I know I tackled this from another standpoint on basically being able to take constructive criticism, but and this is going to be in the same vein, except they're not criticizing you on something. They're just perhaps giving you a heads up. It's one person I think about in particular where they make it impossible for you to give them a heads up at all. Because if you're telling them anything that could potentially cause them to raise some sort of awareness, or may sound like, man, this could be difficult. I just thought that it was going to be smooth sailing. Oh, you know, this is the reason why I keep stuff to myself and I don't see anything. That person's just being negative. No, that's on you. And that's how you lose out on good advice up off in your circle. If a person is giving you a potential warning you know what, to clear this up, I think I've used this example before, but since it worked in the other video, I'm going to use it now because this will bring it home more. I remember, excuse me, and I'm going to just be blunt and quick to the point, so I'm not trying to dress up this story for you to understand it. Person had a get quick rich scheme, right? Get rich quick scheme. Nothing illegal, but it was just something you could tell wasn't well thought out. All they would think about, bottom line, money, money, money in my pocket. So when they brought up the idea, what they were thinking about, I suggested something equally important that they would have to consider in this, that this might not be as clear cut and dry as an A and B, from a point A to B. Now keep in mind, people on the outside of my circle, just people that I just passed by, they don't get this from me. Because all I'm doing is listening. But when you're talking to people that's in your inner circle, or it should be family members, you should be able to do this ebb and flow without worrying about stepping on somebody's toes, because you would like to think that the person has your best interest at heart. So anyways, this get rich quick scheme, this point A to point B, which it was so many different things that would have to be done before getting to B. And I knew that this person didn't know this. So my concern was I brought up one thing that they would have to do out of like 10 different things. So I didn't shoot them down and go, oh, you can't do that because you got to do this, and this. This is not feasible at all. It's ridiculous. It's basically a stupid idea. There's no thought put into it. That's not what I did. I just brought up one thing for them to tackle. And in this is what I'm thinking when you're talking to people. And maybe this is the benefit that we all could benefit from. When you're trying to give healthy advice or point somebody in the right direction, that's all you're merely doing. You're pointing them in the right direction. You're not standing over them. You're not beating them over the head with whatever it is that you're trying to tell them. And you're not trying to make sure they stay on task. You're just pointing them in the right direction. The reason why I didn't have to go down a list of 9 or 10 other things that this person would have had to have done. And clearly I knew it's one thing when a person presents an idea to you and they're just giving it to you in the most simplest form, and you're insulting from like letting them not make you're insulting them from making them think that, hey, they hadn't thought this through, but since they had given me an A and a B, so a start and a designation, and thought that it was just this simple that you could go out and do this for tomorrow, it was clear that they didn't know the in-between. So back to this point in the direction. That list of things that I stated that they were missing from there, and it's not their objective, it's not their duty to give me that whole list of things, but like I said, it's a heads up, man. So when I pointed them in this right direction, one of the things about this list that I'm talking about, the things that they were missing, is when you point them in the right direction, if this person would have went down that path and go, well, let me look into what Ayin is talking about with this one particular thing, they would have they would have found out that, oh, wait a minute, okay, I do need to do this, because if I don't do this, then this would become an illegal activity. Okay, oh, wait a minute, after this I need to do this. It's a part of doing your research. Was giving them a heads up. So with this person, like I said, just fleshing out, we don't even have to worry about that example anymore. I think you got where I'm going with it. It's like what I stated at the beginning of this video. This person, it's impossible to give them a heads up. This is a person you just have to let them crash and burn. And when they're talking, because they just want to hear themselves talk. Don't try to offer any sort of constructive criticism. I remember it was another occasion, merely made a suggestion. Since this person was very concerned on what it was that was affecting them, I just put it on the table. Just a suggestion. This person was hurt beyond anything that I said anything. It wasn't mean, it was just a suggestion that I put on the table of something that could help them potentially improve what it is that they were doing. Came to pieces. This is when I knew, hey, what are we even dialoguing for? What are we even talking about? This is supposed to be a closer relationship than this. I can't say anything. You can say everything. Think about all the examples that I just talked about at the beginning of this video. Just giving that one step in a list of things. This is the very person that can give you 12 different ways from Sunday on why something won't work, what you may need to do, knock it, throw all type of curveballs up off in it, and you're just like, what is this person even trying to accomplish? This is went way beyond being informatory. Are they discouraging? So, to get back and stay on the topic of this video, a heads up. Are you capable of receiving a heads up? I want a heads up. Let me know. I don't want to fall off a cliff. For the sake of my pride, give me the heads up. I'll take the information and I'll determine on how beneficial it may or may not be with me. Thank you. My name is Ayin. That's the topic of today's video. Well, the topic of today's video is not Ayin, unless you're searching for who I am. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I already told you who I am. Y'all have a good one.